There's new information this evening about Omar Mateen, the shooter, the terrorist, some of which comes from a coworker who once worked with the Orlando gunman. Dan Gilroy describes Mateen as unhinged, unstable, and no stranger to racially biased comments. He joins me now by phone. Dan, thank you so much for being here with us. So you are an ex-cop, and you knew Mateen how? Where did you work together?
We worked together for G4S security at the PGA Village.
What were you doing? What kind of security were you guys doing?
Basically, just gate security, if it's a gated community.
Okay. And what did he say to you, and what did he do to you that made you realize he was a problem?
It was constant. It was not any one specific item. I knew him for a whole year. There was never a moment where he didn't have anger and rage, and he was always loud and cursing. And anytime either a female or a black person would come by, he would use horrible words.
And without repeating those words, I'm sure we can all guess what you're referring to. Can you give us any other specific examples of what he would say?
Well, I remember there was one black gentleman who came through, and he just basically was a nice gentleman, and Omar said, "That guy thinks he's better than me, and he's not better than me." And then he said, "I would just like to kill all those ends."
Was there anything that had to do with Islam that he said to you that alarmed you?
No, he never went into any kind of religion or my Christianity. But he did worship quite heavily. He brought a prayer mat in and spread it out, and he prayed several times a day and chanted, and he was pretty devout Muslim.
Anything about gays?
A few times he mentioned homosexuals and Jewish people, but we didn't deal with them quite often, so it was mostly women and blacks because those were the people that were in front of us.
And did you know that he came under investigation by the FBI?
Yes. He talked about it one time, and he said that somebody made a false complaint, and one of the residents just didn't like the fact that he was Muslim and was overly zealous and called, but it was all cleared up.
Did you leave the company because of him?
Yes, I did.
He was that bad?
Well, that and the company wouldn't remove me from this position. It was toxic. It was he started, for the lack of a better word, harassing me and stalking me, and my family started to be scared, and
wow.
I quit the job.
Dan, much more to discuss with you, and I hope to do that tomorrow night with you in Orlando. Thank you for being with us with the breaking news tonight.